What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Strangers Mindz. This is Strangers Reaction. I'm Fernando, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on with 60 to 50. I just finished recording the last episode. I'm wearing the same thing. I don't really, everything. I'm trying to record as much content as I can in a day because my days be sporadic and I could be busy. I won't be able to record tomorrow, so I'm just trying to knock out as many stuff with the time that I have available now. So we're going to continue on from 60 to 50 of top 100 scariest videos of 2023 by SirSpooks. So without any further ado, let's go with number 60.
A user by the name of Danny Ramirez uploaded the video that you will see below on TikTok. The video in question begins in a rather ordinary manner as we witness Danny filming some forests that are located nearby. On the other hand, in just a few moments we are going to learn the reason why Danny was so enthralled with the woods on that particular evening. Raise the volume and give it a listen before proceeding.
What the absolute heck is it?
Our uploader is understandably more than a little bit freaked out by the sounds that can be heard emanating from the neighboring woods, which are exceedingly loud and frightening and seem like they are being made by a Bigfoot. There is of course no way to know for certain whether or not these noises were indeed produced by a Bigfoot or something much less ominous. Some people suggest it could perhaps be wolves. In either case, it provokes thought, and that much is certain.
I could be completely wrong on this, but I'm not a animal expert whatsoever. But I could tell you this. That sound did not sound like a wolf to me. If that sound is a real sound coming from a living thing, then that would be, I guess, something similar to what a Bigfoot would sound like. If you guys aren't familiar with, I am also part of a podcast called The Shadow Files with these two amazing dudes from West Australia, paranormal researchers. They have a podcast called The Shadow Files. Yeah, and I feel like I just repeated myself. But we had a show and we had a special guest because we have special guests on there. And we had Ray Doherty from Australia. Also, he is a Yowie expert, and he was telling us about how these beings do tend to have like a nature call or something on the lines of this. Like, it was a very interesting interview with Ray Doherty, and honestly, this is actually a clip that I would love for him to like listen to, because this could very well be a nature call from a Bigfoot. And by the way, I thought Bigfoot, Yowies, Sasquatch, and all of these, they were like different, but I guess it is, let's say a Bigfoot is the American way of a Yowie that is an Australian way, and a Sasquatch I think is like an Asian way or something along this lines. Like, it's all just one group of beings. And yeah, man, yeah, that sounded very interesting. I'm going to try and see if I could get this sound clip to Ray Doherty himself to see what he thinks about it.
This first video comes to us from a YouTuber named Bailey Canterbury and was published on YouTube on September 16th, 2008, and has been fascinating viewers ever since. The video at first seems to be completely normal. Bailey is shown recording the area he is in, Ford Theater in Berea, Kentucky, at around 6:30 to 7 p.m. We watch as he pans the camera across the stunning green trees when out of nowhere this appears.
Where the hell did that thing go? I had to be scared, dude. What the f is that thing? Do you see it?
No.
I hear the bushes moving. What the hell is that thing, man? Are you getting it on the camera?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Where'd it go?
It's behind those bushes, man. Look.
Oh shit.
Oh my
God.
What is that thing, man? I didn't know it was that f***ing big. It's not coming up here, is it?
No, I didn't think it recognized us, man. Calm down. Be quiet.
Is it doing eating? What's it doing, man?
Be quiet.
Shit, what in the f*** is that thing? Is that a bear? What the f*** is that? Dude, we gotta get out of here.
Hold on, man. I don't think it doesn't even notice we're here.
What is that noise? Does that sound like a motorbike to you? Anyhow, another Bigfoot video. Except this one I'm gonna call cap on this one. We all know that there are people trying to fake Bigfoot sightings. Apparently, there's a thing going on out there, and whoever has the best Bigfoot video, you can actually get, some recognition and possibly get paid for it. So, people are trying to, do the best they can to, gather the best footage of a Bigfoot. Now, here's the thing though. According to Ray Doherty, the Yowie expert, Yowie is a Bigfoot, an Australian Bigfoot. They are very well in keen with their environment. So they are very careful with approaching humans, because it's not like they're dumb. They're highly intelligent, and this is their environment. Like when we go into the woods and forests, we're stepping into their territory. This is their domain. So if this was a real Bigfoot, 100%, they already know that you're there. Besides the fact that it sounds like they have a motorbike going off in the background, talking and everything. Because honestly, if you're in the woods by yourself, not moving, nothing, it's almost like you could drop a pin and you'll hear it. That's how quiet it is. So if you start hearing certain things, you're going to notice the difference. Obviously, aside from all the insects, crickets, or whatever it is. But they know you're there. They already know. If this is real, that Bigfoot knows you're there just by your smell. So, yeah. So, at further looking into this video, it looks like whatever that thing is, it looks like it has a backpack. Not a backpack visible, but under the fur. Oops, wrong button.
Holy shit, what is that thing, man?
You see?
Oh my god.
Thank God they even went closer. Look at that.
Dude, I'm about to get out of here, man.
Let's go.
A large, tall and hairy creature can be seen walking across the screen, which has obviously got many people speculating that Bailey managed to capture authentic video footage of Bigfoot's existence. One believer said, "You can tell by the arms that this is not likely a human. Arms are very long, which is a key characteristic of a Sasquatch. Although I'm not 100% sure, it looks fairly legit. The emotions of the guy seem natural as well. Thought-provoking video clip to say the least." Of course, there are always other theories out there, but the Bigfoot one here is definitely the most widely believed among those who've seen the video. And it's not hard to see why, considering just how similar the creature in this video looks. What do you think this entity is? Do you think that Bailey actually recorded video proof of Bigfoot's existence, Or is this something else altogether? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This next video was posted to the wildly popular UFO subreddit by a user known as InkMajor530, and it has been the topic of discussion online for the past 2 weeks now. In the description of the post, InkMajor provides us with a nice write-up that gives us all some much needed context. They write, quote, "On the evening of September 2nd, 2023, my friend and her husband witnessed 2 illuminated objects moving quickly throughout the sky. They said the first one moved so fast they couldn't get their phone out in time, but they were able to catch the second one.
It's turning around.
My initial thought was perhaps they were racing drones, as a buzzing can be heard in the background, but after talking with them in greater detail about what they witnessed, they said the objects were silent and that the noise was from the neighbor's kid riding his dirt bike. The noise doesn't match up with the speed or thrust of the object, so perhaps it could be something else. If anybody can enhance or do an analysis, it would be welcomed. Object appears to be at least 400 plus feet above, and both illuminated a radiant white to a very light blue." End quote. A lot of people in the comment section are absolutely fascinated by the video footage, with many believing that the footage is 100% authentic and shows a legitimate UFO. Do you believe that this video is authentic or not? Be sure to tell me your answer and why in the comments below.
I don't know, we've seen a couple of UFO videos, and I gotta say I am the least impressed with this one. I actually just finished recording from 70 to 60 a couple of minutes ago, and we came across a video that showed a way better, the way how the UFO was moving is such in a zigzag crazy way that it almost seems, it makes me question what kind of technology do they have inside these vessels to strap in their the people who or thing or whatever it is that's inside, aliens, how they are strapped in just by how these flying objects move. This one, however, was kind of pretty straight and pretty, it does kind of coordinate with a drone, very high class, definitely high tech, almost military kind of drones. Yeah. So I don't know, it's not very impressive as far as what a typical UFO video would look like. I mean, this is just my opinion on this particular video. I think I've seen way too many. I guess if it was the first one, I think maybe my opinion would change, but this one was kind of, it seemed like it could have easily been like a drone of some sorts.
A woman named Laura Combs posted this video to her TikTok account, where she writes a description that gives a little bit of context, stating, quote, "I woke up to my dogs jumping on me to see outside." End quote. Confused, Laura then decided to pull out her cell phone to start recording, because something that she heard was genuinely starting to freak her out. Take a listen for yourself.
Luna, come here. Sit. Come here. Can't see.
after the third knock is when Laura said she got incredibly scared, and who can blame her? It's definitely quite odd that all of these knocking noises were heard, and yet nobody was there. Who could possibly have been knocking? Nobody knows. And to make things worse, at the end of the video, a voice can be heard that truly startled Laura. Laura says that she is currently in contact with somebody to come and bless the house and surrounding area. Let's just all hope that does enough to ward off whatever strange visitor she's getting.
Alright, my opinion is either one, she knows this whole thing was orchestrated, or two, somebody was pranking her. First off, I noticed that she took ridiculous long to find out who's knocking at the window, you know, unless she knew who it was, you know, or I don't know. You know, people you know, I probably shouldn't say that. You know, sometimes people react to certain situations differently. But I, for one, if I'm sleeping and somebody starts knocking on my window, I am, you know, getting ready to do something about it. That's just me. But what really, you know, raised the red flag for me was the fact that she opened the window. You know, she's pretty safe with the window closed. Let's just say she, you know, just puts yourself in her situation. You're sleeping, you wake up, you don't know what's going on except you're hearing the the knocking on the window, like literally right next to your head. You're not expecting anybody. You don't know, you know, and you open the window. You basically just threw your safety out the window. Yeah. Like once you open the window, all bets are off, you know. So, you know, her reaction is kind of questionable. You do hear something saying like, hey, or something, but, you know, it almost, you know, I don't know. I am going off with her reaction and how she was, you know, acting upon this thing. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, you know, there's just so many wrongs going on here. The dogs weren't really, you know, they were actually, it looked like they were getting ready to be a little playful, right? Like almost like they weren't, you know, if they would have felt any type of danger, if it was an absolute stranger or anything, you know, you would think that you'll hear some growling, some defensiveness going on. But I don't know, I just really didn't like, you know, I think people got to be a little bit more careful with their own lives. You know, you don't, just like doors, you don't open a door without acknowledging or, you know, guaranteeing you know who's on the other side. Yeah, definitely not a window at the peak at night and you're opening up the window. I don't know.
A Reddit user says that he was simply trying to take some nice photographs inside of a field on a cold autumn day. All was going well. The man took the photos and proceeded to go on with the rest of his day. However, it wasn't until later on when he actually stopped to look through the photos and truly analyze them that he realized that he may have taken a genuinely terrifying picture. Look at this.
If this is edited, it's pretty good. If this is edited, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So much so that I don't think this is edited, you guys. I could be wrong. Any experts out here?
Among the normal looking photos, one of them stands out immensely. In it, What appears to be an extraordinarily tiny person can be seen walking across the field in a strange manner. The uploader also states that he has no idea who or what this could possibly be, but agrees that it definitely looks to be some sort of tiny person. It is.
I mean, how would we know though? The only way we could figure that out is if there was a person standing out there with it. Like, fine, like what's extremely tiny person? Are we talking about like little people? Because they do exist, and most likely this could be, who knows, this could be a route home for a little person. Like how like what are we saying here? Is this like, you know, like a tiny you know, paranormal tiny? I don't know. There's a so many things are going through my mind right now, and I'm just trying to, you know, this would have been, you know, anything, even a child. I mean, I don't know.
It's quite an eerie photograph.
Not really.
Next time this Reddit user goes outside to do a mini photo shoot, he certainly is going to be on edge. The following piece of footage may be one of the oldest scary videos that you can find on YouTube, published to the platform by a user named Momaru0062 on July 17th, 2007. In the video, which was filmed in the Malaysian state of Sabah, we watch blurry footage of a group of guys hanging out in the middle of the night. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. However, in just a moment, we are about to see the true nature of this bone-chilling video. Let's take a look.
Jamane, pasane pukul 4:05 minit. During lah teman ni. Durang ni buring bula. Saya tahu nya. Ay slipper. Buring eh.
Kau pun karet masing, kan aku masing aku.
Eh si boy mana?
Dalam tidur.
Tidur pulang si boy ni. Buring eh.
Masing. Apa?
Buring.
Kalau dia skor tu. Oh. Kalau mucil lah.
Wah, Allah. Masuk.
Okay.
Masuk siya, Nur. Masuk, Nur.
Relax lah.
Masuk dulu. Astang memajal. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallah. Masuk dulu, masuk. Mari kamu dulu. Asta bukan cali ni, bukan cali. Masuk dulu. Bukan cali ni. Asta. Bukan cali, cak kamu lihat dulu. Jangan dulu. Palui. Oh, dulu ke? Video kan cuba ni.
Out of nowhere, the boys start to freak out upon noticing that there is something weird hanging around them. They believe it is a Pontianak, a mythological creature or ghost in Indonesia, Malaysia and Singapore. But strangely, even though the ghost seems to lurk around in the background for the entirety of the video, the boys only notice the alleged Pontianak about a minute into the video. The Pontianak, also sometimes referred to as Kuntilanak, usually takes the form of a pregnant woman who is unable to give birth to a child and is described as a long-haired woman dressed in white.
Because she is bloodthirsty and has a carnivorous nature, Pontianak can also appear as a beast or a ghost, resembling the Dracula vampire. Only appears under the full moon and typically announces her presence with the cries of infants and feminine laughter. It is said that if the sounds are quiet, she is nearby, but if they are loud, she is far away. Okay. Some sources also state that a dog howling at night indicates that a Pontiac, Jesus Christ, the Pontiac kills her victims by using her long fingernails to physically remove their internal organs to be eaten. Jesus Christ. Wait. The Pontiac is often depicted as a beautiful woman with pale skin, red eyes, and long black hair. Jeez. The Indonesian Pontiac in Malaysia, but commonly takes the form of a bird and sucks the blood of virgins and young women. The bird, which makes a key sound as it flies, may be sent through black magic to make a woman fall ill. What? The characteristic symptoms being vaginal bleeding. What? I don't know about you guys. Or, maybe, oh man, I'm just like, I think I've been in the paranormal field for way too long that things don't really shock me anymore as far as research is concerned, because I've read the craziest stuff. But this sounds so like, if you was to take a bunch of these words and just make a paragraph, you're basically describing what a woman goes through as a menstrual cycle. Obviously I'm not talking about using her nails to kill victims, but I don't know. Let's finish the video and I'll finish with...
What do you think? Was this simply a hoax? Or did these boys actually manage to capture authentic footage of the Pontianak? Or was this something else entirely? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.
I was impressed that this is one of the oldest videos out there, right? One of the oldest videos on YouTube, or one of the firsts, was it, that SirSpooks said? But it was kind of disappointing. First off, yes, it took like about a minute for them to actually realize that the Pontiac was there. But even when they realized it was there, like, the other guys didn't seem to like give a fudge, right? They were like, oh wait, we going inside now, like the party's over. Right? The camera guy, on the other hand, he'd been seeing this Pontiac for a while, so much so that he told his friends to come back inside, and then the only time he screams was when he peeked the second time out there. This could all easily ridiculously be orchestrated, because the first take, the whole thing was stationary, like it wasn't moving. You could obviously see that there wasn't even a wind in sight. I'm not saying that it was digitally put in, but places like this, my family originated from the Dominican Republic, and it is very well known that when they do laundry, they hang their laundry outside so it could dry naturally. Who's not to say that this was something hanging, or all of this is just orchestrated? I mean, just the way how they acted just gives me red flags all around. And the Pontiac people come up with the craziest folklores, and that's all what it is. It's just a story to scare your kids to go to bed early. Like, that's the craziest Wikipedia thing I've ever read.
A user named TrainsLord posted the following clip to the Ghost subreddit. The uploader explains that he and his friend recorded this video a couple of years ago while they were high and never really looked at it afterward. He says that he was randomly scrolling through his photos and videos on his phone very recently and decided that he would finally watch the footage. What he saw terrified him.
The continuum of time.
I think I saw what they saw, or what they are claiming, like something peaks around over here. But I'm just, that person right there, it's, yeah, they're high and stuff, but damn, bro, like, like, I need, you know some personal, you're within my personal space right now, like,
Continuum of time.
yeah, that looks like there's something just leaning out from the closet, like an object from the closet just kind of leaning out. It doesn't even seem like it has any type of identification that it's anything but an object that is just leaning out of a closet.
Did you see it? If you look just carefully enough, at around the 9-second mark, a terrifying figure can be seen peeking at the camera from behind the door. Who exactly could this be? Sadly, since the figure is only shown very briefly, it's quite difficult to make any clear features out. Let's just hope that these two friends aren't living in a house with an uninvited guest.
That's an object, guys. That's an object. What it is, I don't know. I don't even think these guys are speaking English. Yet, these guys already, told us that they're high. So it seemed like you're able to see it more as he was backing up due to the guy coming up to his face, right? Backing up, so it exposed more of the background area. So yeah, to me, it's an object. It's not that's what it is. That's what it is.
A man on TikTok known as Win McPix posted the following video to his account, in which he strongly advises his viewers that they should never answer to knocking noises. Let's show you exactly why.
So I don't know if you're going to see what I'm seeing, but this is on repeat. This happens over and over, and then the knocking happens. The knocking, there it is, and it just goes and goes until you tell it to stop. Can you stop, please? I mean, it's just right there.
The knocking noises that Win McPix are hearing get increasingly louder by the second, causing him to ask the potential spirit to please stop, but of course, this doesn't work. But it's this part of the video that's scariest.
That's new. Okay. Whatever you are, you gotta go. And that's... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Goodbye.
Is Win McPix dealing with some sort of shadow person? It's entirely possible based on the video we just watched, and it seems as if a lot of other commenters think so as well. However, there's also the possibility that this was just a visual effect. What do you think he's dealing with? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comment section down below.
So I'm looking at the whole picture here. This guy, I've never heard of him, but he has a 250,000 followers, 250,000 followers, 285,000, something like this. What is his content about? Right, that's a question. Again, a lot of these videos can be edited. All of that stuff could be orchestrated. Let's just say it's real though, right? Like, this guy has a future in paranormal investigating, because the way he just, the way he was talking to the entity, walked right up to the chair that was swinging back and forth, that is typically how you would have to behave as far as when you're out in the field. You cannot just, we see this a lot, and on television and YouTube and all these paranormal groups going in, and sometimes they cannot handle certain things and they scream, yell, and run away. Like, this guy just walked up, kept his composure, and as soon as the door behind him closed, he was like, no. So, yeah. If this is real, this guy needs to try and get some more evidence and show more. Especially if he is trying to get some help. But that is, oh man, that shadow figure. Honestly, it looked kind of fake to me, unfortunately. Let's just leave that as is, because I feel like I'm just breaking down all of these paranormal videos. I mean, there are very few paranormal videos that would drop my jaw. Like, yeah, very few. I think it's because I've seen so many, and I've been to many different places. I have my own experiences and stuff like that. But definitely this video, I don't know, there was a couple of red flags there. But let's see.
This next video, coming to us from a YouTube channel known as Ryandy74, posted on February 16th, 2008, is certainly quite the shaky and blurry video to say the least, but it's still quite an unsettling piece of footage to watch. In the video, some guys appear to just be going about their day and minding their own business at some camp located in Singapore. It's truly one of those videos that if you watched, you probably wouldn't think twice about it. However, it harbors a dark secret and shows something eerie. Take a look.
Okay lah, 1.3 megapixel lah. 1.3.
It's even hard to look at, right? Like, it's fucking with my eyes. Jesus, it's really bad.
Queen.
No.
Queen, malam.
Queen siapa ni? Queen. Arif, saya sebab Mak Arif. Banyak. Orang yang ada besok Arif.
That looks so
Okay ke? Mahal lah. Dia mahal. Old Hendrix.
At one point towards the end of the video, something odd appears behind the men.
That just doesn't look like it goes with the video. There's even this little cut right over here. That just looks like it was just plastered. And yeah, I'm gonna go with that this video is completely edited.
While it isn't definitive, most people who watch this video seem to believe that a Pokong appears behind the men.
Another one.
Pokong is a
Holy shit.
Javanese ghost that is said to be the soul of a dead person trapped in their shroud. Known in Indonesian as a kain kafan, the shroud is the prescribed length of cloth used in Muslim burials to wrap the body of the dead person. The dead body is covered in white fabric tied over the head, under the feet and on the neck. According to traditional beliefs,
That's scary as hell, for real. But yeah, that's not it, bro. That is digitally put in there, and it was, you grab a old beat up clip from anywhere and you add your own little spin to it, and because it'll be easier to digitize in there. The older, the grittier, the easier it is to digitize. Although I gotta say that's a very bad job. I've seen a lot better, and it's still digitally faked. But then it's like whatever you see, they have something for it, like some sort of folklore, some sort of something.
the soul of a dead person will stay on the earth for 40 days after the death. If the ties over the shroud are not released after 40 days, the body is said to jump out of the grave to warn people that the soul needs to be released. Once the ties are released, the soul will leave the earth permanently. Because of how traditional Indonesian burial shrouds look, Pokong have earned the nickname candy ghosts in the West.
Dude, no, they didn't just disrespect that shit like that. Yo, Candy Ghost. Come on, dude. Holy crap. Oh shit. I mean, I apologize if I offend anybody by laughing. I'm laughing at the fact that, I know this video has to be, it looks really, really faked, badly edited, and then they just pull this folklore out there, and then they're showing pictures of this. No, I apologize if I offend anybody from out there, but god damn, Candy Ghost now? Shit.
What do you think about this weird video? Do you think that these men really had an encounter with a Pokong, or...
Yeah, all of these little bits. It was... I actually think I've seen...
did something else...
something similar to this when I am trying to, like, cut the edges off a picture. Because I do some, artwork, some logos and stuff like this. And this looks like when you use the erasing tool for the edges, but you're kind of clicking it instead of dragging it. That's what it looks like. That's exactly what the fuck it is. I'm sorry. I'm done.
It's entirely different happen here. Las Vegas, Nevada is known to be extremely hot, busy, and full of casinos and clubs no matter where you look. It's one of the most popular tourist places in the world for a reason. But if you're planning on going to Vegas anytime soon, you may want to think twice about visiting Sapphire Club, as the following videos will surely give you goosebumps. The videos in question were filmed on December 3rd, 2022, and seem to showcase something utterly terrifying outside. Take a look.
What the hell is this? Honestly, this is really strange. I mean, we're here every night. I've never seen anything like this.
There's something blinking when all the lights come together, and it's on repeat. Do you see it?
There seems to be some sort of strange UFO floating around the sky over the club, causing many to be confused and panicked. An article published by The Hill has thankfully put some people's fears at ease, however. A meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Las Vegas told KLAS that since the lights in the clouds did not appear to move and the temperature in the clouds was cold enough, there's a good chance what people saw this night was a phenomenon known as light pillars. If this is indeed the case, we can all relax knowing that Vegas is safe from otherworldly visitors. However, this only serves as a possible explanation, as even the experts aren't completely sure.
I mean, at the beginning of the video, I was, because I've been to Las Vegas. I've actually been to the Haunted Museum, Zach Bacon's Haunted Museum. And, I would have loved to go to like hotel that are known to be, haunted there. So when they mentioned that the Sapphire place, I was like, oh, maybe I could book a place. But it was a UFO sighting. So, forget about it. But also, I did like the fact that, from the other picture that we saw, from the other video that we saw with the anomaly moving up around, all around, and everybody wasn't reacting to it at all. This one here, it's a different story. Everybody was looking up. Everybody was reacting to that light. So whether or not it was, I don't know, light pillars. I myself never heard of such a thing, but if it's possible, if this is what, you know, if there's any shroud that it could be anything of the sorts, then, you know, it's debunked. Unfortunately. It is cool and, you know, I guess you could say creepy being in the situation. But yeah, that's what I think about it. So you guys, it's about that time. We reached number 50. If you guys want to know what is, because we're already done with the half of the 100. So for our next video is going to go to 40. So stay tuned for that round. Until then, do what you do when you like a channel, guys. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.